Greetings, young warriors of Athens. My name is Lindsay, and I am the designer of our newest game, Labyrinthos. And today, I'm going to teach you how to play the game and survive the Minotaur's maze. Now, to get started with the game, you're going to first organize all your components, and then put the door tile in the middle. You're going to build a 3x3 grid of starter tiles. You'll know them by the design on the back. And then a 7x7 grid of the other tiles shuffled randomly, placed around. You're also going to give every player 2 desperation cards, 3 hand tokens, and 4 feet tokens to start the game. Now, when you're ready, you're going to flip over the starter tiles. And this will show everyone where they're going to start the game. After you've flipped over all the tiles, you're going to place all the characters that are playing in the game on their colored tile. Now, I am playing Untitled the gladiator, so I'll be starting over here in this corner. To start the game, you're going to take the minotaur die and roll it. Whoever rolls the highest will go first. I'm going to go first, and I can do any of these actions listed on my hero board. Now, I've only got 2 hand action tokens and 4 feet to start the game. So when I use these up, I won't be able to do any more. To start, I think I'm going to explore the maze. So I will use 1 foot to move to this tile. I'm going to use another foot to explore this tile. Now when you explore, you flip the tile over and you can line it up any way you want in the maze. Now I want to be able to explore these 2, so I'm going to put it like that. Then you move on it. Anytime you move onto a tile that has a symbol, you automatically get to do that symbol right away. So this is the wall symbol, and I can place a wall anywhere in the labyrinth. I'm going to place a wall, let's see, in between these 2 tiles. Now, a player cannot move through a wall unless they rotate it using one of their actions, or have the minotaur bulldoze it down. Now let's see, I still have 2 feet and 2 hands left. I am going to explore again this way. And I've got a good feeling of this tile down here, so I'm going to use one of my hands to rotate the tile that I'm on. When you rotate a tile, you can rotate any of them. And then I'm going to use my foot to explore down. Now, I didn't find anything yet. I still have 1 hand left, so I'll use that hand to rotate this tile that purple's on, preventing them from exploring in this direction. Now, it's the end of my turn, and all my action tokens are used up, so I need to refresh them. Now, on my next turn, I want to play some cards, so I'm going to go a bit heavy-handed, put one of my feet back, and choose a hand, giving me 4 hands this next turn, and only 3 feet. That's the end of my turn. Now, since there's no other players here, let's fast forward a round and see what happens. Alright, it's the start of the second round, which means the Minotaur has realized that we're here. From now on, at the end of each player's turn, they're going to have to roll the Minotaur die and move the Minotaur. On my last turn, I received a couple of wounds from another player. Now, whenever you get a wound token, you have to choose an action to put it on, and you won't be able to use that action until you heal it. I chose to put one of my wound tokens on my veteran warrior action, which prevents me from taking wounds from traps, and my discover key action. I don't think I'll find a key anytime soon, so I can keep playing the game without having to heal it right away. Now, on my turn, I'm going to continue to explore. I found a hide token, which is this eye symbol, and that means that as long as I stay on there, the Minotaur can never see me. Now, unfortunately, I can't stay in the same spot the entire game, so I'm going to have to keep moving. I'm going to rotate this tile, because I have a good feeling about this corner. Then, I'm going to explore. And it's a key token, which is great. Unfortunately, I covered up my Discover Key action, so I'll have to heal that before I can claim it. Thankfully, I went with a lot of hands last turn, so I have the action tokens I need to do it. I'll flip one over to heal my Discover Key action, and then I will flip another hand to discover that key. I can choose any of these that I want, but I'll have to place it over one of my actions. Let's see. I'm going to take Ghost Step, which allows me to move through a wall token by paying an extra foot. Now I have to decide somewhere to put it. I could put it on my Veteran Warrior, even though there's a wound token there, but that ability is really good, and I don't want to get rid of it yet. Thankfully, for beginner games, there's an empty key slot. And since it's my first key, I think I'll use that up. Let's see, I have an extra hand, so I'm going to go ahead and heal my last wound token, and I have one more foot, which I think I'll use to explore one more spot. Now, it's a trap, which normally means I take a wound token, but fortunately, I just healed my Veteran Warrior, which says the first trap tile I move on to does not wound me. Since it's my first, I don't have to take that wound. Now that's the end of my turn. I'll have to choose the action tokens that I want for my next turn. I had a lot of hands last time, so I think I'm going to swap one of my hands out for a foot, giving me 4 feet this round and 3 hands. Now it's the end of my turn with the Minotaurs in the maze, so I'm going to have to roll the Minotaur die. Now whatever number I roll, which is a 3, I have that many Minotaur movement points, which can be used in a variety of ways. It can be used to move that many spaces. It can be used to rotate a tile and then move the Minotaur on top of it. And it can be used to remove a wall token. Now, I only have 3. I think I'll head this way. 1, 2, 3. This player is probably going to find a key soon, because it's really close. So I want to try to take her out. Hopefully, with the other players, they'll be able to keep driving him towards her. Let's see what the game looks like in a few rounds. Alright, so we're a few rounds in, and things are getting really dicey. Another key has been discovered, and more of the maze has been uncovered. I need to get this green key that's just been discovered, but I'm pretty far away. Thankfully, there's a secret passage here and here. And whenever you move on a secret passage, you can move to any other secret passage space with one movement. So, I'm going to try to get there. Let's see. The best way to do it is to rotate a tile. Then I will move onto that secret passage spot. Move again to move to the other secret passage spot. And I'm going to need to explore. That's a trap. Now normally I would take a wound, but because I am the amazing Diodotus and it's the first trap I've had this turn, I get to ignore it. Then I will move onto this key. Now I'm sharing a tile with this purple player, and that's totally fine. You can have as many people on the same tile as you want. Now I still need to discover the key. So I will flip over one of my hand tokens to do that. And it is one of the green keys. Now I'm going to choose Pickpocket. And while Veteran Warrior has really helped me from preventing wounds, I think it's time to get rid of it and cover it up with this new ability that allows me to steal people's desperation cards. Now I'm going to use my last hand to play a desperation card. I have this one. Swap one of your keys with a key of the same color. I'm going to play that. Now I haven't used Ghost Step, so I'm going to give that to one of the other players that has this. And I think I'll take Tiptoe. It allows me to share a spot with the Minotaur. Alright, my turn's over, so I roll the Minotaur die. And it's a 4. Now I can reach this player, so 1, ba-bam! You reach this player, so the Minotaur will move in and immediately attack. Now when the Minotaur attacks, you roll the blood die, which will tell that player how many wounds they receive. They receive 1, so Leona will have to take a wound token and put it over one of her abilities. And then I get to displace her, which means put her on a connecting tile adjacent to the tile that she was on. I will move her here on this trap tile, which means that she will have to take an additional wound. As soon as the Minotaur attacks someone, it immediately loses its remaining Minotaur points and stays on that tile. Now the maze is getting dangerous. Let's take a look at the end of the game. Alright, we're in one of the final rounds of the game. The entire maze has been explored and almost everyone has the keys. Now, if I can get back to the middle door this turn, I'll win the game. Let's see if I can do it. I've taken almost all feet last turn because I need to make a dead sprint for the middle. But it means I don't have very many resources to handle any obstacles on my way. I'll use this hand to rotate this tile. And then I've got 3 feet. 1, 2, 3. I'm able to make it to the door and immediately win the game. But it was close. Thanks for checking out our How to Play video. Let us know any other questions that you may have. Hang out with us in the comments, and thank you for your pledge.